Yeah. We come in the name of the Father, so it ain't no way we can lose.
Ain't no way I'ma lose, cause I was born to win. Born to men, born to sin, but I'm born again. Street life got them going down, fallen men. The street lies had you running down on your friends. Keep both eyes open, watch me win. Whole squad 2K, created men. And I ride with the God who created men. Never mind the small stuff, that's how you dodge the pen. I'm a king in this world, you can't lock me in. I keep the keys and the jewels, you better lock me in.
To be a part of the first black-owned streaming platform that I know of, and artists get paid for streams, that purple app is what's up, man. Oh, we made it. Hey, how we made it. How we made it. We keep them trees.
1, 2, 3, Stars!
Welcome to another episode of Youth Talk Sports. This is season 2, episode 4. I'm along with Isiah Teets, Woodland Hill soccer player. How are you today, sir?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So before we get into it, tell me a little bit about yourself. You play soccer?
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you, like the age you started to play soccer?
I played football and soccer on and off every, few years I played soccer. I started, when I was 8, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, awesome. So my next question is, when did you fall in love with the actual game of football and soccer? So let me give you a prime example. So I say this all the time. When I first fell in love with the game of football, or we'll say coaching, was when I was coaching with Coach Scrap, and he had a football team, and it was my first offensive series. And he said, "Joe, you're on," and I'm screaming, we're on. So I'm running out there like a madman and stuff like that, and that's when I knew that I was going to love being a coach. So when I asked you that, when did you first love, we'll ask football first. So when did you first fall in love with football?
So I started football at a younger age than most people because my brother got into it, and after the flag we went to contact, and as soon as the contact came, I loved it. I couldn't, I watched Steelers, all football, the whole NFL. I love the NFL, so I was like, I'm really hooked on this.
Okay, all right, awesome. So we'll get into your actual sport. So with you playing soccer, what made you fall in love with soccer?
Just the way it's fun to play. I like playing especially defense. You can't really do too much contact in soccer, but it's fun running around, trying to get goals, and just having fun.
Okay, awesome. So what position do you actually play for soccer? So when I played soccer, I played goal. So what position do you play?
I play left back or left mid.
Okay, so explain that for the people that might not understand. How many people are actually on a soccer field at a time?
There are 11 people, not counting the goalie. There are 10. So I play so back is pretty much defense. So you're trying to make sure their offense or strikers don't come and score a goal.
Okay, so you play So there's the goalie, and then that's your position next right there up top,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you basically on defense for the most part.
Yeah.
Or you're not allowed to cross the line, or are you able to cross the line?
If I see a prime opportunity and I know that my teammates that are supposed to play midfield come back for me, they will allow me to go up and play a little bit of offense while supposed to be playing defense.
Okay, so which one do you prefer?
I like midfield more, but I'm better at defense.
Okay. And what makes you better at defense than the other position?
I'm not sure actually. I think I'm just scary, but it helps like I know like the skill of somebody more, so I'm just like I just watch them come in and I'm better at like breaking down because of football and following them or getting the ball out of the goalie box.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna go to school. So I know Woodland Hills is basically remote, right? Correct?
Yes.
So you guys are on a hybrid schedule?
No.
Okay, cool. So do you so my next question is, do you prefer to be in class or do you prefer doing it on the computer?
I actually really like the computer because I get to wake up later than if I had to go catch the school bus.
Oh, okay. So you prefer to be remote?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now, would you say that you're learning more remote, or would you say you learn more being in the classroom?
I feel like it's the same, especially since I'm a freshman in high school. So you don't really we have to learn a lot there. So I can't really like tell you because in middle school, I didn't really learn too much because I was mostly ahead of people in my class.
Okay, so that's great. So why were you ahead of people in your class?
Because I was bad at not taking tests. I just didn't choose my classes, and they just took it from the year before, and they took it from the year before, and I didn't have the best grades, so they just put me in lower classes.
Okay, cool. So what have you noticed the difference in? Well, you really haven't been to high schooler, huh? You really haven't got the experience.
No, I haven't.
So are you looking forward to that high school experience?
Yeah, I'm very excited for it, especially since my teammates from soccer are gonna be with me. Well, except the seniors, but yeah, I hope it will be fun.
Okay, so we'll stay with school for a little bit, just for a little bit. So what would you say your favorite subjects in school?
I actually really like math.
Okay, awesome. Because I know that we've gotten, there was some, the last guy said he liked U.S. history. What was the one, you said science, right?
No,
the other guy said science. Yeah, the other guy said science too. And I'm trying to think of the other one that blew us away though. I can't remember which one it was, but I have to figure it out. I can't remember which one it was. I think Chatfield said it. Oh, I can't remember though. But you said that your favorite subject is
math.
And why do you like math?
It comes easy to me. It's like I like using numbers and to like solve problems, so it's just better for me in my opinion.
Okay, awesome. So would you say you do learn more math in school now than you did when you were in middle school, or you say it's about the same?
I say it's about the same because I hate homework. So
okay. Yeah, I don't like homework either. Yeah, so I like I said, I don't like homework either. All right, so we'll get back into sports. So give me a game where you played and it was difficult for you to stop the opponent from scoring.
Like back in like I think when we were playing with termite football, there was this school, I forget the name. They were red and yellow. No, it's not Isiah. They were a team, and we lost that game, and it was hard for us to keep them off the scoreboard because the game plan, we were used to more people like passing the ball, and I'm pretty sure they will run heavy offense.
Okay.
So we weren't prepared to stop them.
Okay. So when you play, football, what position do you play on football?
Defensive end.
Okay, defensive end. So you like defensive end?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. So who's your favorite football team?
Steelers.
Oh, come on. You're a Steelers fan?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like the Steelers. I know a couple other people in here don't like the Steelers. Well, I don't like the Steelers. He doesn't like the Steelers, and he doesn't like the Steelers. Everyone in here doesn't like. Well, but I don't like the Steelers. I don't know what Pepsi likes. Pepsi maybe like someone else, but I don't like the Steelers. You like the Steelers?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Steeler?
Of all time or current?
Okay, well, okay. All right. So we'll give me your favorite all-time Steeler.
Troy Polamalu.
Troy?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you think Troy's a Hall of Famer?
Most definitely.
I don't think Troy's a Hall of Famer. But that's just me, though. That's just me. I'm
He's
sorry.
one of the best safeties in the league.
Troy's not a Hall of Famer.
Used to.
Okay, listen. Troy's not a Hall of Famer because Troy didn't really play all that many. Well, you know what? That's a totally different question. We're going to talk about
Two
now.
Super Bowls. What do you mean?
Oh, all right, awesome. Now, who's your favorite current Steeler?
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, and why?
I just like the way he plays. I think he's the defensive player of the year. It's fun to watch because he's an edge rusher and not like a normal linebacker. So I watch film of him so I can help myself.
Okay, well, if you're watching, I'm biased, so I'm going to say Aaron Donald.
Oh, Aaron Donald's a good. Yeah, I like Aaron Donald, but he's on the Rams. So
Yeah. Come on, but he's from Pittsburgh.
yeah, he's from Penn Hills.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You don't know? But TJ Watt's not from Pittsburgh.
But he plays for Pittsburgh.
Okay, all right. It's okay. So how do you think they did this year?
The Steelers.
Yes.
Well, since Bud Dupree got injured, our whole team fell off because they double teamed TJ Watt and held him a lot. But
You got held a lot?
yeah,
Well, I just didn't think he was getting through. But okay, all right, we'll go with not being held a lot. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
all right.
So what do you think about the coach?
Tomlin.
Yeah.
Love him. He's a good coach. Never had a losing season. Just look, the last time we had a losing season. Oh wait, I think was 2007. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, all right. See, I'm not familiar with the Steelers, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I like the Bengals. I'm also biased again, high Tyler Boyd, but
How's Joe? This is a serious question. How's Joe Burrow doing?
I think he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I hope so. He's a good quarterback. Just
Definitely he's a very good
if you get him an
quarterback.
offensive line, I would be scared. But now,
So okay, all right, that's awesome. So you tell me, okay, we'll go about football with you. So you play defensive end. So tell me about a game where you dominated, and if you and the opponent, if you know the opponent.
I think the championship game when Coach Scrap was my coach.
He coached Joe.
Yeah, best in the
Coach Scrap?
state. Yeah, we were the best in the state. Like what, a year and a half ago? Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Did you play when I played them?
Yeah, we whooped you.
No, you guys didn't whoop me.
What was the score? Do you know the score?
No.
38-12, yeah. 38-12.
It wasn't 38-12. But
What was it? What was it?
There was a lot of holes that didn't get called.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was a lot of holes that get
Yeah.
called. And the guy that
Yeah.
was playing quarterback shouldn't have been playing quarterback.
What
It's
do you-
okay.
what do you mean?
Listen. It's totally fine. So I didn't know that you. What number did you have?
28.
You were 28.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have to go back and watch that game. You know that game's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on Stream Shots.
Yeah.
Wait, is it still on Stream Shots?
Yes, it's still.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, that was a fast one. You pulled a fast one on me over there, Coach Scrap. I see. Yes, he did. Coach Scrap pulled a fast one on me. It's all right. I'm speechless now. But we should have
Your
won.
tackle was good. I can admit that. I think. Wait, what's his name? I know. Your tackle was good, but you guys still lost.
It's all right. That's Isiah Teets, people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for today. It's all right. Coach Scrap pulled a fast one on me. It's all right. I got a fast one for him next time. It's okay. See how he's playing here. It's not playing fair. But I didn't know that. So you said your number was?
28.
When I swear we're gonna break, I'm gonna watch this video because I want to see who you are now.
All right.
And then when I come back, I'll have a whole lot more to talk with you about after I see it. But so
I don't think I got any highlights that game. It was mostly Brandon Penn. Our whole defensive line was like.
no, come on, stop that. We ran the ball right down your throat. You're not gonna do that up
What do
here.
you mean?
We
What?
went around.
I don't remember that. Nobody.
So,
Is that why you got 12 points only?
So it's all right. So it's okay. It's okay. Coach Scrap pulled the fast one on me. So it's all right over here. So all right. So you said in the championship game. So what did you do in regards to the championship game? How did you?
I think I got 3 fumble recoveries. I got, I think, 7 tackles and I think 2 sacks.
Oh, so you was doing that much work?
I mean, I got pretty much scared by the whole defensive line throughout the year, but
you guys don't play nobody though. Did anyone ever
oh
tell you that?
oh
Did you hear
we
that
never
before?
played nobody. That's why we beat you.
But that's different though.
But that's different. That's different. What's different?
I wish you would have played me that 18 year.
I
wish you would have played me that 18 year. We have a different story.
I wasn't old enough. I was
Nobody
playing
wanted to
soccer
play
that
me.
year.
That's fine. Listen, Isiah Teets, it's been a pleasure for you to stop by.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go watch this tape, and when we get back, trust me, you'll be back up here because I need to see what you did against me. I don't care about anything else, but see what you did against me. But listen, it's been a pleasure for you talking to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. We're gonna pay some bills. We're gonna be right back.
All right, see ya.
Watching Youth Talk Sports.
Welcome to Coach's Corner with Coach Scott Wilson. Moving and shaking and having a great old time. Excuse me, pardon me, but guess what? We back and we in motion. It's Coach's Corner with your man, Coach Graff. And today we got Perry Traditional Academy head football coach, Pepsi Farrow in the building. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Scrap? What's going on, bro?
Oh, nothing much. So I read the bio real quick. I didn't really even have to read the bio, to be honest. I know a little bit of, a lot of bit of what's going on and stuff in your career and things. So if you could tell the people, the watchers, the listeners, what it is that you do, some of the things that you do in the community, the youth football, the high school coaching, just give them a quick little rundown, and then we'll just jump up into our conversation.
All right. I started off in high school several years ago when Rod Rutherford and them were seniors. That was my first coaching gig. I had just moved back from Philadelphia, and I got to see their last 7 games their junior year, to go see them make it all the way to the state championship. It was kind of special because to see a Perry team go back to the state championship, and it's something that I was a part of when I played. And I'm a part of the class of 90 out of Perry that actually won the state championship. And to see another team get there was pretty cool, but they fell a little short. That started my coaching career after that. I got to coach Rod and them, Vaughn Rivers, Eric Wicks and those guys, Rob Butler and them. And then I dropped down to the Little League ranks. And, the couple incidents while I was, coaching down there, there was a shooting at one incident, and I chose to get more involved with the Little League thing. I went back to Lincoln, and we had this vision. At that time, there was 3 leagues going on in the city at that time. And there was a vision of seeing of how we can all one day become one league. And, after the Super Bowl happened, Tonya came to me, and she, Tonya Payne, Tyler Boyd's mom, she came to me with a position on the board. Now, mind you, the position came with that I had to leave the sidelines coaching to be able to do it, to have an unbiased thing for the seat. I had no problem with that because I had a conversation with Rod Rutherford the week before. It was all over that, the coaches at Perry had left. Rod was already in the building, and I said, since you're already there and I'm not Pittsburgh Public Schools, go for the job and bring me on as a DC. as a defensive coordinator, and he stayed true to that. He brought me on, and being able to be on the coaching staff with a guy who played on the NFL level, right? Broke a lot of records at Pitt. He ended up coaching after his football career in the NFL, and coaching from the Colts and all of that, and then dropping down to the college level. His level of knowledge about the game is a lot different. What I felt, though, when you come from that, I thought the hard part is being able to dumb it down so some of our kids can understand certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually pretty good at it. We just didn't have the talent. Perry had fell pretty hard on football as far as the talent. And then you start seeing other schools pop up in the city that become pretty good. Well, we were building a program, and then, of course, he left an opening, and I interviewed. And by this time, I'm already Pittsburgh Public Schools now, and we wanted to keep the job in-house. So, I interviewed, a couple other coaches interviewed, and I was lucked up to get it. It's been a dream job, but it's been tough because my first year was during the COVID season.
Last year was your first season?
This year was my first season.
I can relate.
As a first time head coach, not having summer camp 2 days, the different rules and the regulations of how you can practice, the time that we had to practice to be able to put a product on the field for our first game was challenging. Just getting through the season was challenging. We almost didn't have a season.
Right.
We fought hard to have a season, and I'm glad we did because technically we didn't have any, as far as cases with COVID. There was one incident, I guess, at one school where it had to be delayed a little bit, but as far as the youth, we really didn't have no issues. So back to the youth football, this year we wasn't able to have a season, and we did kind of the travel thing. Now there's a big thing with travel, which is fine. We have no issues with it. It's just,
right.
Getting, everybody across the country is trying to get back to what league play. And we don't really know what that part is because we're focused on getting back to league play. So those are the things that I do. I sit on the board of Western Pennsylvania Youth Athletic Association. I sit as an executive board member as the public relations. I work closely with Tanya. We talk daily because we grew this thing from 7 teams 5 years ago. We only had 7 teams, remember? We grew it, and we're sitting at 20 teams. We just don't do football. We go all year round. We do basketball in the winter, which, of course, last year in March, we had to shut down. Spring football, we couldn't get the permits, so we couldn't do that. And, of course, football. This year, we want to do baseball. So we're trying to offer these different things of sports for youth in the community to give them outlets, parents, resources, and outlets for their kids. But we have to get to the academic piece. So that's the next thing down the line, building up what we do at Whippia. But that's what I do in a nutshell. Whippia, I got a group. I'm teaching people stock.
Right. I know that too.
It's been a phenomenon that the last couple of weeks, a lot of people sparked interest with stock.
Because,
Facebook
was talking about it.
Yeah, Facebook talked it. It showed a lot of people, but it also showed that a lot of people don't know what they're doing.
They are in the way.
They're jumping out there and they're, investing, but really not knowing the technicals and the fundamentals.
Giving their money away.
Yeah, so those are the things that I do in a nutshell. It's a lot, but my heart and soul is building up this Perry Traditional Academy program and getting it back to playing some good football because, at the end of the day, when we were playing good football, it brought a lot of attention to the City League. We just didn't end with one playoff game. We go through states. So I'm starting to feel like we got to get back to Perry football, So we're looking at rebranding the school, the program. We're bringing the programs back to going from Pittsburgh Perry to Perry Traditional Academy this fall and bringing those programs back to be able to get not only the youth and the kids back, but to give a better product to the kids on the north side.
Right. So how does the city work? Like, cause I'm a suburb kid, you know what I mean? So where I live at, I gotta go to school there. But I know, like, with the city of Pittsburgh, is there certain like jurisdictions of where you can go to school? Like, do you gotta live in a certain part of the city, or like if I lived in Homewood, could I go to Perry? Is that
Well, most of these schools have programs, right? That kids outside of the communities can sign up for certain schools. You know, there's kids from Northview Heights that travel all the way to Alderdice. You know, there's kids that go to Westinghouse from the north side, or, you know, so you're starting to see kids travel outside of their communities. But the one thing is kids aren't flocking and running to the north side because it's dealing with the programming. When you offer better programming, you know, dealing with business or computer science or something cutting edge, it brings the kids. And it's hard to sell a school with just JROTC, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we know all these things, right? So the smart people are in the room to be able to get the programming back, to be able to get the kids and, you know, get Perry back to what it was, because it wasn't just sports. It was, we dominated in academics also.
Okay.
So we got to get back to that.
All right, I noticed that too. So I don't know. What I did notice is it was like kind of almost a makeover. I noticed that a lot of the city teams they got like newer uniforms.
Yeah. We got this new contract with Nike.
Okay.
And you know, with this year, it was the first year that with Nike, so they said that we all had to get all sports. You know, it just wasn't football. We were able to have a contract to be able to get 2 uniforms. And then I think another year or so we get another set of uniforms or something. I can't remember. But yeah, you know, this year we got a Nike. We got to wear everything Nike now.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Like branded by Nike. That's nice.
Yeah, that's dope.
So another thing that I noticed is it's like just with y'all got a lot going on when it comes to there's so much we could talk about, but y'all have a lot going on when it comes to the whippy of football. Like, as far as, can you give the people a breakdown of how it goes? Like, as far as, you know, you have 20 teams, and then you have a championship, possibly a Super Bowl or regional. Yeah. What's that breakdown for anybody that's out there that, you know, just is interested in being on a team in your league? Because, you know, you guys offer a lot, you know what I mean? And one thing I'm starting to notice, like, just with I'm so heavy involved in midget football and just sports in general, just on the back end, and just sometimes I just be quiet about stuff. But like, I noticed that, like, there's really only 3 youth football leagues in Pittsburgh now. Like, maybe 4. It's like 4, but they're all big. You know what I mean? They're really big and number wise with teams, but I think you guys' structure and what you guys have is probably the best opportunity. When we had the swag league, you know, we were geared for so much. It's just some people just don't have vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they think that, you know, some people are stuck. They see your ignorance. They call it ignorance because you want to be so professional and so quality and give the best for us. And then it just seems like a person like me would be tearing everything apart or tearing people down because, you know, I'm in other leagues and other places and I see other cities and I just see so much nice stuff. And then I'll be like, we got the better football. We got the aggression. We got the good games. But then when I look around, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes just really, it gets on my nerves. But how do y'all break this? I lost track. But what's y'all breakdown on the season? How does it work?
Okay, with 20 teams, we had to break it down to 2 conferences. And the way the breakdown of the conference is that we have a Mon Valley and we have the City Conference. We both gave them 2 different names, the Allegheny River and the Mon River. We divided it up that way because of travel. We go as far as Monessen. What it look like Monessen coming way over to play the hill? That's a long travel, so we tried to separate it with that. It wasn't in the mindset of Woodville versus City.
Right.
It was all about travel.
This makes sense.
When we break it down, a couple of years ago, how we said that, how could we make it better? We had a vision, and we had took our teams down to Maryland, and when we was traveling, the first year we went to Erie. It was too cold up there. And something happened with Erie where they were supposed to come down to us the next year, and they didn't. So they were saying, come back up. And I was like, no. It's too cold
We
in
had
December.
an identical story. We went to Erie. Man, it was cold.
Yeah, it's cold in December. So I looked at Tanya and the team and the board members, and I said, we got to take this further down south. So I'm cool with a couple guys in Maryland. Pastor Jason and his family and them, we hooked up with them and we played them. We took 5 teams. We took our babies, 5, 6, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We took them all down there and swept them. So now we're 9-0 on the road. And the conversation, the AYF came out. And it was intriguing. American youth football. So me, jump on the computer, I'm researching, I'm like, wow, this is the big thing. This is the stage. So I said, let's figure this out. So I reached out to Craig, the number 2. There's Joe Galat, who's the head man, and there's Craig Carachuda. Me and Craig had talks. And what was missing with the American youth football was Western Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They had Philly. And Philly kept getting a direct ride to the Big East championships because there was no state champion.
Right. Yep.
So they had league meetings out in California at the Mamba Center out in Thousand Oaks. And, this is around the time Kobe and Net was alive. And I flew out there. A couple friends picked me up, drove past Net's shop, said, oh, I'll be back, go out to Thousand Oaks, the Mamba Center. They got the mom, it's built off of Kobe's principles. Of Mamba. And I noticed it wasn't just basketball.
No, serious.
Mamba mentality transcends sports and life. And once I got to learn that, it was unbelievable. It was baseball players, Major League Baseball players was training at that time out there. But they had this youth basketball thing. There's 6 courts. And I get there 8 in the morning, lunch at 12, game still going. Oh, there's the one guy. What's the guy to do the All About the Smoke podcast? The light-skinned guy, Barnes. He was down there coaching a team, but then another NBA player came down and had a team, and just me thinking.
Barnes.
I'm thinking, is Kobe gonna walk in? Because there's games. So, all in all, we hooked up, and I stood up in that meeting. And these are teams and people across the whole country. And they introduced themselves of why they do what they do, where they're from. And I'm the only one. That flew out from Pittsburgh. I was by myself. And I looked at Lou, who was the chairman of the Big East, and he was like, yeah, go ahead, say it. And I got up, I introduced myself, and I let everybody know that I'm here to let everybody know that we're going to put Western Pennsylvania back on this football map. And I kind of sat down, and it kind of sparked the conversations. There was the guy from California, the King Conference, and, those are the guys that got the OG Ducks and all of them.
Yeah, right.
And me and him started talking then, and then me and the guy from Philly, like, we got to have this state championship. And I'm thinking, this is dope, we could have a state championship, and then the kids get to go out to the Big East championship that has New York, New Jersey, New York, New Jersey, Philly, and I want to say Maryland consist of the Big East. So how we do it is we have our season, 10 games. One of the weeks is a crossover play where the teams crossover and play each other, and then we'll have the conference, go to playoffs, 2 sets of playoffs, 2 conference championships, right? A Super Bowl. And then right after the Super Bowl, we're right off for the Pennsylvania State Championship.
Okay.
And we're taking the 3 teams, the Termites, the Mighty Mites, and the big team.
And the winner?
Finally go through there. They'll go through. And we'll send them to the state championship. And hopefully those 3 teams that make it get to the Big East championship, where the best of teams in the Big East for the rights to go to Florida for nationals.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I got you. So there's the state championship, and then the Big East championship is all the state champions.
Yeah, because with
in
the
East,
AWF, yeah, with
and
the
then there's
AWF,
an East champion, and then there's a West. All right, I got
8
you.
conferences throughout the country, and we're in the Big East.
All right.
And
Got it.
You have to have a state champion to go to the Big East, and then the Big East champion represents the Big East in Florida in the nationals.
Okay.
So that's what we're set up. We couldn't do it this year because
COVID. So that's the plan
this
for
would
the
have
next
been
coming up season.
This would have actually been the first year to pull it off.
So
we've been a part of them 2 years. The first year, it kind of was off because the situation with Jordan Duckett, and the young kid that passed over at the West Side Mustangs practice. It set us off, so we were only able to send the All-Star teams down there the first year.
All right, makes sense.
So the All-Star teams automatically go. They automatically go.
Yeah, right. I know that too, right.
Yeah, they automatically go for that bracket. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
But that's the American youth football and whip you together in a nutshell. We have a regular 10-week season, 2 weeks of playoffs, 2 conference champions, 1 Super Bowl, off to the state championship, Big East, and Florida. As you can count, kids is getting about 16, 17 games.
Yeah, right. It's a lot of football.
Yeah, it's football.
It's a lot of football.
Yeah, it's a lot of football. So a kid having a season and actually having that, this is the first of its kind in the city. Not a lot of those leagues don't have that after the season travel like.
Yeah, they're going to do a whole lot of fundraising to get going.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's what's up. So what we got to do now is we got to pay these bills. It was awesome having you, man. It was a great, humble conversation, man. I wish we had more time. This is just the hard part of show business. Sometimes you got to cut the conversation short for them to see, but our conversation can carry on, you know what I mean? So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Coach's Corner. I will see y'all next weekend, and not even next weekend. We won't see y'all next week. We'll tell y'all more about it later, but thanks for coming to the Coach's Corner. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Blue Steel.
Yeah. They step back when they see me like they hardened, son. With his chicks, so we looking like pardon, son. 45-inch bench, and it's worth the ton. We blown.
To be a part of the first black-owned streaming platform that I know of, and artists get paid for streams, that purple app is what's up, man. Oh, we made it. How we made it. How we made it. We keep them trees.
Okay, we're back. I got Eli Wilson from the Bishop Canebin Crusaders. Now, what is a Crusader?
I'm not sure.
Okay, not a problem, not a problem. Eli's a very special guest. Eli's like my nephew. I love Eli dearly. I'm good friends with your dad. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to get into school. How's your GPA?
My GPA is good.
Okay, awesome. I know because your dad doesn't play those games about
yeah.
Okay, all right, awesome. So, what would you say your favorite subjects in school?
World literature,
Okay, and why?
because I like writing, and I don't like reading that much, but I got to do it in life.
I understand. No, trust me, I understand that. You have to understand how to read. So, Eli, we'll switch this football. I got to coach you. Your dad got to coach you. So, first, I'm going to ask you, how is it playing for your dad?
It's a good opportunity to play with my dad because he's my dad. Like, I'll do anything with my dad. So.
Oh, my God, Eli. No, I'll have this conversation later, but it's okay. It's okay. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, playing with your dad is okay. All right. So, how long has your dad coached you?
All my life.
So so ever since you've been playing football, you've been coaching you?
Yeah.
So that's cheating. You don't think that's cheating?
Nah.
You gonna get special treatment. It's your dad.
It's called being a father figure.
Whoa, boy. Listen. Okay, I understand that. So, tell me about some of your youth football days. So, when did you actually start playing football? How old were you?
Like, I think I was like 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, like I said, you were actually one of the kids that actually got to see me my first time coaching.
Yeah.
So, and you know why I fell in love with the game of football. So, when did you actually fall in love with the game of football?
When I was in my wheelchair, when I was younger, I saw my brother Cortez Lucas and his friends playing football and stuff. So I just put my mind into that.
Okay, awesome. So let's go back a little bit. So you said you're in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
right? So you comfortable with me asking you why you're in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, give us a little story in regards to that.
So when I was little, I drowned, and I was in a coma, and all this, and then I was fighting for my life.
Okay, and obviously, of course, you came out of it and became the beautiful person that you are.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. That's very, very awesome. So, what's the word I'm looking for? What occurred to you, what happened to you, has that played any type of part with you playing football or any type of sports?
Kind of. It just shows that I could push as much as I can in life. So that's why I just keep doing it. Do what I gotta do.
Okay, all right, awesome. So I know that you went to Woodland Hills for a little bit, and now you transferred, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the difference in between Woodland Hills High School and Bishop Canebin that you go to now.
Better education.
Better education, as in as in how?
Grading wise, teachers help me more. They ask me after school if I need more help. All that.
Okay, so basically it's more of teachers trying to make sure that the kids are good with their grades and stuff like that. So tell me, in Woodland Hills, what was happening in Woodland Hills that was different than what you were getting now?
You could do whatever you want.
You mean you could do whatever you want? Meaning as in like how? If you don't
like as in not doing your work, turning stuff late, and still getting good grades.
Okay, so it's a little bit more. It was a little bit more easier at Woodland Hills, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So at Bishop Canevin, do you feel as though you're more challenged as a student, or?
Most definitely.
Okay, all right, awesome. Because I know one time I was over your house and I lift up your book bag and it was like, whoa, feels like a pound of bricks. And I was like, what's in here? And I was like, you was like books, and I didn't believe you. And I said, you're right. I wouldn't be carrying those books. And there was a lot of books, so I was a little surprised by that. And I know that you got like some type of award the other day.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. You don't know what it is?
Nah.
You don't remember? Okay, all right, awesome. So.
I got a letter.
Yeah, well, so tell me about the letter. That's what I was asking you about. Tell me about the letter.
It's just a letter to me.
It's just a letter to you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. If it's just a letter to you, then it's just a letter to you, right? So tell me, you play for both programs. You play for Woodland Hills football, the high school, and you currently play for Bishop Canebin. Now I got to see you play. And what team was that you were playing? That I got to see? That I came to? Carrick, and you were hitting everything moving. I was so impressed. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so impressed. I mean, you got that from me, not your dad, though. But it's okay though. We're not. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that another time. So tell me the difference between each program, like coaching wise, and everything in that order.
Woodland Hills. I can't say nothing for real. But Bishop Canebin, they take their time, one-on-one, help your kids, help their kids, and make sure their grades is first.
Okay, awesome. And Woodland Hills, that coaching staff didn't do that too much, or?
I'm not gonna say they didn't do it, but they ain't do it towards me.
Okay, all right. I mean, okay, well, we'll leave that what it is right now. So, walk me through a practice at Bishop Canebin. So basically, I'm talking about from when you get up in the morning until the end when you get home at night. So walk me through a practice at Bishop Canebin.
All right, so I wake up, eat breakfast, go to school, go through all my classes, and then at the end of the day, we go to study hall for our grades to be right. And then if you got anything you need help with, you ask the upper class. If they can't help you, the coaches help you. And when we're done, it's back to work in the weight room.
So when you got so when you so when you're in practice, so is you guys don't get on the field, or you're on the field for how long? You're on the field for about like 3 to maybe, or what time do you actually start football practice?
We start football practice around like 4.
Okay, you go to
like 7, 8.
Okay. See, Coach, hold on one second. See, Coach G, I told him that Coach G's the new, let me explain something. Well, Coach G, he's the new offensive line coach for Stowe Rocks. I had the luxury of coaching with him out this year, and we both mentioned something about keeping the kids later for practice, because sometimes in the city, they have an activity bus, and once that activity bus leaves, that's the end of it, so you really don't get the opportunity to have, like, a longer practice like how you guys have. So that's something that I noticed different in the Whitfields than what we do in the city, is that activity bus. Once that activity bus comes at 5 o'clock, they're gone. But okay. Well, see, for ours was like 5, and I noticed the guy here last week, he said they don't leave until like 7:30, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? He was from TJ, and that's another conversation for another time too. So you guys are actually later at practice.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's the commute for you? Because I know that can I ask that, Dad? Okay, so how's the commute from here, the area that you live in, to Bishop Canebin?
It's like I separate myself from.
Yeah, how you get to school? Yeah, how you get to school? But we can get into the conversation. We can get into what you were about to say too. But how do you get to school? How is the commute? Is it difficult for you? Do you have to get up a little earlier? Do you have to go to bed a little earlier? How is that? Because I know that you live in the Swissville area.
Yeah.
So how is that? Because Bishop Canebin's almost on the other side of town.
Yeah.
So how is that commute for you? Do you have to that's what I'm saying? So do you have to get up earlier, or you have? I
gotta get up earlier than usual, and then eat breakfast, and then catch an Uber.
Oh, so you catch your Uber to work?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, so you got that? We know where that Uber money coming from, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We ain't gonna say too much though, but it's okay. It's all right, man. I got you. So do you catch your Uber home away from school too?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're not gonna talk about that either. We're not gonna talk about that either. So, so when you first played high school football to your junior year now, what have you learned, and how would you say you've grown as a player?
At Woodland Hills, I learned that everybody's not gonna be there for you, and then at Bishop Canebin, I learned that if you push yourself to the limit, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, awesome. That's you speak highly of Bishop Canevin. That's great. That's great. So how's your coaches at Bishop Canevin? I don't care. We're gonna leave Woodland Hills alone. So we're just gonna ask you, how's your coaches at Bishop Canevin?
They alright.
They okay?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a certain guy I don't particularly care for either, but we'll leave that for another conversation too, because your dad will get mad. He looked at me, you know what I mean? So, but it's okay. But that's your favorite coach? That's his favorite coach? That's your favorite coach?
Ooh.
Okay, never mind. We're not even worried, but we'll talk about that off air. Okay, all right. We're going to talk about that off air. So, give me a game where you played and it was difficult for you to get any tackles or difficult for you to cover your man.
I don't think I had any games like that.
Come on.
But when I was hurt and I played against I forget.
All right, go. So tell me a game, because like I said, when I came to the Carrot game, I know that you were out there hitting everything moving. Yeah. So give me, besides that game, give me another game where you had that same type of mentality against a team where you dominated.
Against I forget. I really don't.
Okay, all right, awesome. That's fine. How about I'll give you a few, because I know a couple guys in your conference. So a couple teams in your conference. So how'd you play against Jeanette?
I was hurt the whole game. And I played bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Was that a game where it was difficult for you to get any tackles, or how'd you get hurt?
I been got hurt.
Oh, okay, so you were hurt prior to that game.
Yeah, a couple games later. I was hurt the whole year for real.
Okay, but you played in the Carrot game.
Yeah.
And you played in a few other games.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the Clarendon game?
We didn't play.
Oh, you didn't play Clarendon this year?
No.
Okay. What about Springdale?
Springdale, I was hurt. I had a decent game. Like, I had a couple tackles. And then when I walked off the field, I asked my coach, can I get out? And he said, no. He's like, we need you. Get back out there. I was like, I got to do it for the team.
Okay, that's awesome. So you're a team player.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you play a little bit of linebacker, and I know you play a little bit of safety, right? So at linebacker, would you say you're an aggressive linebacker, or would you say you're more of a conservative linebacker?
Aggressive.
Okay, awesome. And what about safety? Would you say you're an aggressive safety, or you're more conservative?
Conservative now.
Okay, and why?
Because like when I was little league, I hit anything, and now this year, when I was at safety and stuff, I just went up and got the ball every time.
Okay, awesome. So, was there a game where it was difficult? So, I'm gonna ask you the question again. Was there a game where it was like kind of difficult for you to like get the ball playing safety, or basically every game that you played?
They did not let me play safety the whole year.
Okay. So when you did play safety, what game was that against who?
Practice.
Oh, that was just at practice.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you actually had a game where you played more of what?
Linebacker.
Okay.
I played linebacker the whole year.
Oh, you played linebacker the whole year. So how'd you like that? Because I know that's a big transition for me.
It's alright. They just want me closer to the ball, because I could stop people in the backfield and stop people coming towards me.
Okay, awesome. So basically, what you're saying is you're better 10 yards. So basically, what I'm saying is, would you feel as though you're better within 10 yards of like the offensive line? So basically, like what you said, they want you closer to the ball. So would you say within 15 to 10 yards, that's where you're better at, or would you say you're more better at in an open space like at a safety?
It really don't matter where I'm at on the field. I'll still make the play.
I understand that. That's amazing. I mean, there should be more. I mean, this is fantastic. So we're gonna channel into school a little bit. Do you guys get a lot of homework at Bishop Canebin?
Yeah, get homework every day.
Oh, there's homework every day?
Yeah.
Now, and how is that turned in? Is that turned in on an everyday basis as well, or is it more of like on a week assignment type of thing?
Every day.
So once you get it home, you have to turn it in the next day. So how is that workload? How is that different from Woodland Hills?
Yeah, I ain't getting no homework down there.
Okay. So excuse me. So with regards to the homework, so how has that been different for you? How has that transition been different? Has it been more? So has it been more like difficult for you, or has it been a lot more easier transition into having a lot of homework and to having no homework?
It's been easier because if I do homework, it has my mind ready for the next day at school.
Okay, awesome. So what do you do? So what do you do now for fun or something like that? Like, so how do you do that with having a lot of homework? So what do you do for fun?
I work out and then I play the game.
Oh, okay, that's it basically.
Yeah.
So how's the workout thing going?
Alright.
So do you prefer to work out? You're not really a worked out type of person, or do you like working out?
Yeah, but it depends. I don't like working out alone.
Okay, so you prefer having like a workout partner or something like that? Okay, yeah, awesome. Well, sometimes in order to be great, you're going to have to take those nights. It might be some nights alone. It might be some 4 or 5 weeks alone where you might have to just go to that gym and just have to pump that session out real quick. Sometimes it's going to take that in order for you to get to the next level. Sometimes you can find that group, but if you can't find that group of guys, sometimes if you want to be great, you got to go into that gym yourself. Whatever time of the day, whatever time of the night, get that set out, get that set in, and come back home, because you're not always going to have the people to work out with you. I know that because I used to work out before I got, before I got ill, but there was nights where I would want somebody to go with me. You know what I mean? I might even call your dad, but your dad would be like, "No, I'm doing something else right now." You know what I mean? And I would have to go and put the work in by myself. But that's neither here or there. But I know you play baseball too.
Yeah.
So so basically, what I'm asking you is, when did you actually fall in love with the game of baseball? Because the reason why I ask everyone that is because that's key. That tells a story. So that's why I asked you, when did you actually fall in love with the game of baseball?
When I was little, when I first touched the baseball.
Okay, all right. So when you first touched the ball, you know when that was, or you don't know when that was?
No.
Okay. So tell me about a game where you had a lot of success hitting the ball.
No game. No game.
No games?
Nah.
No, why not? Okay, so would you say you're an aggressive hitter, conservative hitter?
I'm a here and there hitter.
Here and there hitter?
Yeah.
Okay, so what position do you play on defense with baseball?
Center field. I play everywhere.
I know. Okay, so which one would you say you like the best?
Center field and catcher.
Okay, and see, I play catcher too, so I think that's the dopest position on the baseball field. So between the two, which one would you say you prefer?
They're like the same.
Okay, all right. Which one would you say you're better at?
They're like the same.
Okay, all right. Well, you might be better at one of them, and the position might be the same for, you know what I mean? So you have no games. Tell me a game where you played a lot of defense.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Nah.
All right. Not a problem. Well, look, listen, Eli, we gotta go. We gotta pay some bills before we go, and we wrapping the things up. Oh, okay, we're wrapping things up, Eli. Well, I want to thank you again for taking your time to come with me. I want to appreciate it. I need you to come up to the show. Listen, I watched the video too. We didn't see none of your number. I didn't see your number not at all, but that's a different conversation for a different day. Come on, bro. Yeah, we gotta break the show. So we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, Youth Talk Sports. We gotta look at the camera. Everybody point. 1, 2, 3, Youth Talk Sports.
Grass City TV. Download the app. Grass City TV, the app. 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 Watch live or video on demand. Submit your video or your TV show. Be a part of our network. Join. Stay up to date. Members promo for free. Download for free on Google Play. Watch Grind City TV. Download the app. Grind City TV, the app. Download the app. Grind City TV.